Good morning, students. In lesson number 1, we studied about distributional maps. Now, lesson number 2, we are going to study about endogenetic movement. Endogenetic movements means interior of the earth. Now, refer to the figure on page 9. It is a picture of an earthquake. Let us answer the questions given. First question, what caused the large scale casualties? Answer is earthquake. What was the magnitude of the earthquake? Answer is 7.9 Richter scale. Next question, what country was the most affected by this earthquake? Answer is Nepal. Next question, where was the epicenter of the earthquake? Answer is Lamjung. Next question, which are the other affected areas? Answer is India, Tibet, Bangladesh and Pakistan. Next question, at what depth was the focus located? Answer is 11 kilometers deep. Next question, what kind of damage is seen because of the earthquake? Answer is there is loss of life and property. Next question, according to you, what could be the reason behind the earthquake? Answer is endogenetic movement. Now let us refer to an experiment as shown in the video. Take 10 to 12 books and arrange them as shown in the video. Take 4 to 5 objects like chalk, eraser, sketch pens and sharpener and place them on the books. Now quickly take out a notebook without affecting the others. Observe what happens. We observe that the objects fall. Now let us see experiment 2. Arrange the notebooks as in the previous experiment and keep the objects like chalk, sharpener, eraser and sketch pens on the books. Now give a slight push to the books. What do we observe? There is a slight movement in the objects but they do not fall. Now the third experiment, again the books are arranged in the same manner. Now a hard push is given to the books. Here what do we observe, children? We observe that the objects fall down. The same thing happens in the interior of the earth. When there is a slight movement in the interior layers of the earth, then it does not harm the life and property on the earth. While when there is a tremendous movement in the interior layers of the earth, it causes a lot of destruction on the surface of the earth. Earthquakes and volcanoes occur because of the instability in the interior of the earth. This instability is created due to the movements occurring in the earth's interior. Generally, the movements in the earth's interior occur in the upper layer of the mantle. Tremendous energy is released by radioactive materials in the mantle. These energy waves travel from one place to another. Due to such a flow of energy, instability is caused in the mantle. The movements are classified on the basis of their velocity, direction, and the landforms they produce. On the basis of velocity, the movements are slow movements occurring continuously, like formation of mountains and continents, and sudden movements in the form of events like earthquake, volcanoes. On the basis of direction, the movements are horizontal movement, upward and downward movements. On the basis of landforms, the movements are continent building, that is creating continents, plateaus and highlands, and mountain building, that is folding and faulting. Slow movements. The effect of slow movements can be seen in the form of formation of mountains and continents on the earth's crust. This can be explained as follows. The direction of waves movement. Waves moving towards each other. How does this movement affect the hard rocks? The rocks come closer to each other, they overlap each other, that is a fault is being formed. But how does this affect on the soft rock is a fold mountain or folding is formed in the soft rocks. Now when waves move away from each other, The hard rocks also create a fracture between them and they move away from each other, while in the soft rocks a fault plane is being formed. Now let us see another experiment. Take a 30 centimeter long paper strip. Place your hands on both the ends of the strip. Move both the hands towards each other, giving pressure on the strip. Observe what happens to the strip. A fold is being formed as we see in figure B. The work performed on the strip at that time is called compression. Pressure was given on the center of the strip from both the ends. As a result, the strip moves and folds are formed. Similarly, due to the pressure on the Earth's crust, movements are generated and folds are formed. Fold mountains. Energy is transferred from the interior of the Earth. Because of these energy, waves and pressure working towards each other and in horizontal direction, the layers of the soft rocks form folds. If the pressure is very high, large scale folds are formed. As a result, the surface of the earth gets uplifted and fold mountains are formed. Example of fold mountains are the Himalayas, the Aravalis, the Rockies, the Andes, the Alps. Now let us try another experiment. Take a long strip of paper. Hold one end of the paper in your right hand and the other in the left hand. Pull both the ends away from each other and observe what happens. We see the paper is torn. That is, tension is created when you pull both the ends away from each other. Similarly, when movements occur in opposite direction on each other, tension is generated and faults are formed in the Earth's crust. Block mountains. Because of internal movement, horizontal waves moving away from each other are formed. This causes tension on the layers of the rocks. This leads to formation of fractures in the rocks. These are known as faults. Similarly, waves coming towards each other in hard rocks also form faults due to compression. When a part of the earth's crust in between two parallel faults is lifted, it looks like a block as shown in the figure. Such a landform is known as a block mountain. The hilltop of block mountains are flat. Example of block mountains are Black Forest Mountain in Europe and the Meghalaya Plateau of India. Rift valleys. Sometimes two fractures developed side by side in the earth's crust. Fracture means a crack. The land in between the two fractures subsides. This subsided deep part is called rift valley. Both the slopes of a rift valleys are steep. For example, the rift valley of river Narmada in India, the Great Rift Valley of Africa, the Rhine River Rift Valley of Europe. Continent building or epirogenetic movement. Slow movements occur towards the center or from the earth's center towards the earth's crust. Because of these movements, a vast part of the earth's crust is lifted or gets subsided. When the part of the earth's crust is lifted, continents are formed. Therefore, these movements are called continent building movements. Extensive plateaus can also be formed because of such movements. If the originally continental portion of the crust subsides below the sea level, it forms a part of the sea bed. In this session, we learned about questions related to earthquake. We also learned about the slow movements, how faults and foldings are formed in the rocks, in hard and soft rocks. Also, we learned about fold mountain, block mountain and rift valleys. Thank you.